Matchweek 34 is here, and this could be one of the most important weeks of the Premier League season so far. We're getting closer to the end, and every single point now can completely change the title race, the top four battle, and even mid-table positions. Some of these fixtures look predictable, but football rarely goes that way when the pressure is high. So let's break it all down. First up, we have Brighton taking on Chelsea, and this is shaping up to be one of the most entertaining fixtures of Matchweek 34. Brighton come into this match after a 2-2 draw against Tottenham, a game that really showed their attacking quality. They created chances, played with intensity, and looked dangerous going forward, but once again, their defensive weaknesses were exposed. Chelsea, meanwhile, are coming into this game after a 1-0 defeat to Manchester United. That result highlights their inconsistency, especially in attack, where they sometimes struggle to convert chances. Despite that, they still have the quality to threaten any defence, particularly against teams that leave space. Tactically, this match is likely to be very open. Brighton will look to control possession, press high, and attack with numbers. Chelsea are expected to stay a bit more balanced, looking to exploit the spaces left behind with quick transitions and direct play. I'm calling this a 2-2 draw. Next up, we have Burnley taking on Manchester City, and this looks like another very difficult test for the home side. Burnley come into this match after a heavy 4-1 defeat to Nottingham Forest, a result that exposed serious defensive problems. They struggled to deal with pace and movement, and once they conceded, the game opened up completely against them. Their main issue remains consistency, especially when facing attacking teams. Manchester City, meanwhile, arrive full of confidence after a strong 2-1 win over Arsenal. That result is very important because it shows they can perform and win in high-pressure, big-game situations. City are still one of the most controlled and efficient teams in world football, especially in possession and chance creation. Tactically, this match is expected to follow a very clear pattern. Burnley will sit deep, defend in numbers, and try to frustrate City for as long as possible. Manchester City will dominate possession, move the ball quickly, and look to break down the low block with patience and quality. I'm going with a 3-0 victory for Man City. Bournemouth vs Leeds United. Bournemouth come into this match after a strong 2-1 win over Newcastle. That result will give them a lot of confidence, especially because it came against a strong opponent. They showed good attacking movement and the ability to finish chances when it mattered, which is a big boost for their belief going into this game. Leeds United, meanwhile, arrive in excellent form after a dominant 3-0 win over Wolves. That performance showed their attacking strength, pressing intensity, and how dangerous they can be when everything clicks. A result like that can really lift a team's confidence. Tactically, this match should be quite competitive. Bournemouth will try to use home advantage, control possession in phases, and build structured attacks. Leeds will rely on their high press, energy, and fast transitions to create chances and disrupt Bournemouth's rhythm. Both teams are coming in with strong momentum, which makes this a very evenly matched game on paper. I'm calling this a 1-1 draw. Next up, we have Sunderland taking on Nottingham Forest, and this is shaping up to be a really interesting game based on recent form from both sides. Sunderland come into this match after a dramatic 3-4 defeat to Aston Villa, even though they lost. That game showed they still have attacking threat and fighting spirit. Scoring 3 goals against a strong Villa side is not easy, but defensively they were exposed, which has been a recurring issue. Nottingham Forest, meanwhile, come into this match with confidence after a strong 4-1 win over Burnley. That result highlighted their attacking efficiency and ability to punish mistakes. They looked dangerous in transition and very clinical when chances came. Tactically, this match could be quite open. Sunderland will try to respond aggressively at home, playing with energy and pushing forward to correct their defensive mistakes from the last game. Forest will likely stay more structured, looking to absorb pressure and hit quickly on the counter-attack. I'm predicting a 2-1 win for Forest. Fulham vs Aston Villa. Fulham come into this match after a 0-0 draw against Brentford. That result shows a clear pattern. They are defensively organised and difficult to break down, but they are struggling to convert chances in attack. Keeping a clean sheet is a positive sign, but their lack of goals is becoming a concern. Aston Villa, meanwhile, arrive in strong attacking form after a thrilling 4-3 win over Sunderland. That game highlighted both their strengths and weaknesses. They are extremely dangerous going forward, quick in transition, and capable of scoring multiple goals, but they can also leave spaces defensively. Tactically, this match is likely to be a contrast in styles. Fulham will try to control possession, slow the tempo, and stay compact defensively. Villa will look to increase the intensity, play vertically when possible, and use their attacking quality to break Fulham down. Fulham's defensive structure makes this tricky, but Villa's attacking firepower still gives them the edge. I'm predicting a 2-1 win for Villa. Next up, we have West Ham taking on Everton. West Ham come into this match after a chaotic run of games where they've been involved in high-scoring encounters. They are very dangerous going forward, especially at home, using direct attacks and quick transitions to create chances. However, defensively, they often struggle to control games and can concede when matches become open. Everton, meanwhile, arrive after a narrow 2-1 defeat to Liverpool. That result came in a high-intensity derby, and although they lost, it showed some defensive improvement compared to previous games. They were competitive, disciplined in phases, but still lacked consistency in key moments. Tactically, this match should be very balanced and physical. West Ham will try to use home advantage to push forward and play aggressively in attack. Everton are expected to stay compact, defend deep when needed, and look for opportunities on the counter-attack or from set pieces. This feels like a game where small moments could decide everything. I'm going with a 3-2 victory for West Ham. Wolves versus Tottenham. Wolves come into this match after a heavy 3-0 defeat to Leeds United. That result exposed serious problems defensively, especially when dealing with high-pressing teams and quick attacking movements. They struggled to stay compact and were punished for their lack of control in the game. Tottenham, meanwhile, arrive after a 2-2 draw with Brighton. That game highlighted both their strengths and weaknesses. They remain very dangerous in attack, creating chances and scoring goals, but defensively they still concede opportunities, especially in open games. Tactically, this match is expected to follow a clear pattern. Wolves will try to respond after their heavy defeat by being more compact, defending deeper, and trying to stay disciplined. Tottenham will look to dominate possession, push Wolves back, and use their attacking movement to break through defensive lines. I'm predicting a 2-1 win for Tottenham. Next up, we have Liverpool taking on Crystal Palace, and this is shaping up to be another important fixture at Anfield. Liverpool come into this match after a hard-fought 2-1 win over Everton in the derby. That result shows an important side of their game, not just attacking dominance, but also the ability to manage tight, high-pressure matches and still get the result. At Anfield, they usually combine intensity with control, making it very difficult for opponents to escape pressure. Crystal Palace, meanwhile, are a team that can be disciplined defensively and dangerous in moments, especially on the counter-attack. However, their main challenge in games like this is dealing with sustained pressure over 90 minutes against elite attacking sides. Tactically, this match is expected to follow a clear pattern. Liverpool will push high, dominate possession, and look to stretch Palace through wide areas and quick attacking combinations. Palace will likely sit deeper, stay compact, and try to exploit any spaces left when Liverpool commit numbers forward. I'm going with a 2-1 victory for Liverpool. Arsenal taking on Newcastle United, and this is one of the biggest fixtures of Matchweek 34 with serious implications at the top end of the table. Arsenal come into this match after a narrow 2-1 defeat to Manchester City. Despite the loss, that performance still shows their level. They were competitive in a high-intensity game against one of the strongest teams in the league. However, the result will leave them under pressure to respond quickly, especially in another important fixture. Newcastle, meanwhile, arrive after a 2-1 defeat to Bournemouth. That result will be frustrating for them because they created chances but struggled to control the game defensively. Still, they remain a physically strong and aggressive side, capable of causing problems when they are well organised. Tactically, this match is expected to be very intense. Arsenal will try to control possession, dictate the tempo, and break Newcastle down with quick passing and movement in the final third. Newcastle will look to press aggressively, stay compact, and hit Arsenal on the counter-attack whenever space opens up. I'm predicting a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Finally, we have Manchester United versus Brentford. Manchester United come into this match after a solid 1-0 win over Chelsea. That result is important because it shows improved discipline and control, especially defensively. In tight matches, they manage to stay organised, limit chances, and still find a way to get the result. Brentford, meanwhile, come into this game after a 0-0 draw with Fulham. That result highlights a clear pattern. They are defensively well-structured and difficult to break down, but they are struggling to create enough chances in attack. Their matches have become more controlled, but also less threatening offensively. Tactically, this match is expected to see Manchester United having more possession at home, trying to build attacks through structured play and wide areas. Brentford will likely stay compact, defend in numbers, and aim to frustrate United while looking for opportunities on the counter-attack or set pieces. I'm going with a 2-1 victory for Man United. And that's it, my full Matchweek 34 predictions. Let me know your score predictions in the comments, and tell me which one I got wrong. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goal or no goal 90.